Is any interesting games on sale? It's Hello Kitty. Let's go. Under 12. Ooh, there's some like pretty interesting games. Oh, wow. Can't play that on stream, but like, yo, that's actually a big sale, actually. Anyway. Oh, wow. That's a cool update. Now, place in Japan, the Buffies. Ooh. Ooh, that's actually really cool news. Hello, hello, everybody. Hopefully everything's working well. Yeah, so I'm just currently booting up Tiny Bunny right now as we speak. So there was a little like progress update. So like I was booting up Tiny Bunny, but like on the Steam community page, it's like you see like updates or like news. Oh, this is like really cool news about this one. I wonder if like the the ops is immediately there. Holy, hold up. Sorry, I'm just gonna show this. I really want to see this. For stuff. No, not this one. Sorry. Tiny Bunny. I'm gonna turn off the scene page for like a little. Probably turn off Discord. No, I think I don't need to turn off Discord. Okay, let me know if everything's like visible, like you guys are able to see everything. But no, like, look at that, everyone. There's a Japanese option. Yeah, there's like the original Baruski, Angliski. I believe that's Chinese. Italianskia. I believe that's basically Turkish and Japanese, which just added. That's actually really cool. Oh, let me just take a quick slice of. Oh, let me just have a quick slice of sushi. Dip it in that soy sauce. One thing about like sushi and me. Originally, I wasn't really that big of a fan of like soy sauce, but now I'm starting to like it a bit more. Mmm. Yeah. Yeah, therefore, I'm gonna be eating sushi. Mm. But no, I do hope everyone's been doing well tonight. It is Sunday night, and today it is Tiny Bunny. Last time, we went to the end of the current route, which I'm gonna do this real quick, actually, because I realized I hadn't really save. Okay, better. Actually, no. Let's go back to page 1. And let's overwrite this specific save. And then good. And now let's... Yep. And that's the end. So. So for today, it's gonna be simple. We're gonna go back from the start. I will be doing like a lot of skipping, especially doing like the earlier parts, until we get to like moments I have not experienced the effect of the different choices. So, my main route was very much on the Polina side. So now my goal is to go on ahead and see what the Aliska side is like. Yeah, is that how I say the name correctly? Learning, scripting, translation, voice acting. It doesn't tell you who they did the voice, who did who. I think that's because of like spoilers reason, probably why. But no, new game. Gonna quickly eat like another slice of sushi. I am a very basic person when it comes to sushi though. I just like California or like the beef one. Those are my particular favorite of sushi. Mm. Okay. So first up is high. And then we're gonna continue on. The owl. Of course, the jump scare. God. Legit, this was one of the top tier jump scare. Okay. Hello, and then jump scare. Okay, I just had to click actually. Now we move on. Now this is when the police shows up. Hello, police. Yes, Vova. God, this is legit. This whole section gonna be just skipping. I know it's gonna be probably like that for like definitely for the first episode. So yeah, let's take a look. Open. Nothing. Let's go to the kitchen. Oh, I never actually looked at this stuff. Grandma kept ice cream for me and Olia there, but now I can only see meat bits for soup and crammed together for Mimi. I grew to hate them already. I was invited of dumpling. Hold up, everyone. I'm getting cold. I'll be right back. Apologies about that. Okay, coming. Wait. Yes? Another tea. Oh, you got a tea? Okay. I'm back, everyone. I'm back. Apologies. Is this like... So you know, guys, like, you have, like, days we need to take out the garbage, or days you need to take out the recycling? My mom just went to remind me, like, hey, tomorrow morning will be the day where any cut grass, or, like, you know, cut greens, we have to take it out of the front. Oh. I usually just call him Pogs. Pog is a... Pog... Let me ski. Okay, so that was the option. Hey, we need to light to mom, and then we need to go back and to go to the front yard. Then, so for the Liska route, with a bit of hindsight, I wonder if that was Galiska that was standing behind the bus. It could be the owl either. So we need to take the glove. Yeah, it can be just like the full game. It is really interesting to think about, like, how... Because, like, with later chapters and their context, and again, with the good I chose, it's really interesting seeing, like, how all these early moments mean in terms of the long run. Okay, Mom not taking us seriously. I'm mostly curious if, with the Aliska route, this drawer's gonna be filled up with more things. That's what I'm most curious about, too. Okay, then it's Olga. Now we're on playing with Olga. Turn on the TV. I'm gonna have some more sushi. So I only ate like twice today so far, like just breakfast and then like during my lunch break at work. I didn't have a good time to eat. And this sushi is gonna be my third meal for today. Oof, I need to like move the soy sauce with me. Soup, oh no. You should. Mmm. Mmm. Okay. So this is the first thing I'm gonna do. Set the TV. The picture finally cleared up. But the moment I rejoiced at finding what weird signal again, the TV started coughing, a voice barely coming through the chiropathy. He was often seen. At the moment when small snowy hills were lined up on the screen, pierced with rickety crosses, and a male voice was narrating with a slow, mournful voice. It was a pitch black night at the cemetery. In that fateful dark time, little Sonia met her fate at the face of a monstrous ticket dweller. Oh, and we know she's meant missing because of the police investigation, so this shows... Oh, she's been gone for a long time. The locals call him none other than the forest master. I froze, and I did my best not to move, as if by doing that I could scare away the narrator. I listened closely to his every word. The beast dealt with the helpless girl in a masterful manner. The camera pined across the snow with black spilled over it, looking for ragged pieces of cloth that were thrown around all over the place. And we know it's like the beast master, like the... I didn't want to think where Sonya remains were wrapped in there, so I set my eyes without thinking. Yeah. Wait, hold up. I thought I saw something there. The voice continued. Wolves are rare guests in these parts. Here's what Tamara, the old woman that lives in a nearby crypt, had to say. A close-up shot of the face of an old homeless woman, weary from life and alcohol abuse, rattled on the screen. Yes, such a fearsome beastie. It is worse than a rising dead. The old woman splattered saliva all over the rectangular mic. And the stink, it's like... The rest of her comparison was swallowed by the sound of a horn. I never felt anything like that. It was just standing there, yes, right there where you stand, boyo, and pierced me with its eyes, right in the middle of the day. It was huge, that one, with glassy eyes. Obscenities were covered by another beep. You know, they say if this demon lays eyes on you, he'll snatch you up and put you in his bag, and you're done. Yeah, but he won't touch me, he likes me, it seems. So they call me the devil's wench? And it's definitely true. Boop, boop, boop. Another sushi. The convenience monster will not touch those who fell to the level of forest beast, going for innocent child's blood instead. Forest master's presence is felt more and more on the outskirts of our country. Torn between believing in what was said and shrugging it away, I decided to record the remaining part of the documentary for some reason. I quickly grabbed the tape that was on the top of the TV and put it in the VCR without even looking at the cover. Oh, hi, Boots. I'm calling good, Boots. I'm a bit tired from work, but I do have myself some nice sushi with me. How are you tonight, Boots? I'm currently playing Tiny Bunny and doing like the different choices I haven't done before. I pressed record, turned the sound up, and paid attention to the single again. I hope your weekend was good, Boots, because for me, it was a pretty busy weekend because of work. It's not called the first match for nothing. Last game so bad that the hunt became friend. Ow! Well, at least I was funny to you. All of the animals obey it. By their hairy or feathery, they all be obscure for its appearance. Okay, that flashing light is starting to bug me. If you hear howls in the distance, then it's most likely already knows where you'll live. Ooh. If you find animal prints all over your doorsteps and birds watching you from the trees, you better hide. It's already coming for you. And if you wake up at night and see a pair of eyes in your window, then soon. Then soon. Then soon. Then soon. Then soon. Then soon. I was prepared for that scare. The team suddenly man and looped the last words over and over, piecing my ears. I was prepared for that jump scare, but hey, really cool visuals. Didn't like the flashing lights. I got goosebumps all over my spine. The tape ended and was reminded to the beginning. The sound of rustling tape reminds me of leaves in the wind and the low howl of the beast. A breaking wheel, and you saw the prisoner was in danger, so you tried to teleport to him to body block since he had 2 spikes. Then he gets down before I got there out. But he didn't hit me and cheer the prisoner. Okay. That sucks. I had seen it though, and like somebody went in for support but came in just too late. The VCR executive for the moment I thought it was stained with saliva, but that was just the light from the cylinder making the black plastic glossy. And then I saw the cover. Peter Pan. Oh, all I wanted to watch Peter Pan, but fuck. It was recorded over Peter Pan. That's what I get for hurrying. It was bad enough that I ruined Olia's cartoon, but I also put this creepy stuff over it. I can't let her see this, we'll drown in tears. As I could glance at the door, I could hear the shadow of glass and the squeaking floorboards. Olia appeared in the doorway. Have you started without me, have you? My sister brought the tray with unevenly cut bread and a whole can of condensed milk. You rescued the prisoner after dancing in front of the chair and then breaking the wheel stop trying to kill us. Oof. I was looking for the tape. Do you really want to watch Peter Pan? I do. Turn it on already. Mom will come watch a Brazilian drama soon. Come on, think, detective.
Честно, мне как-то Питер Пен совсем не понравился.
You know, I didn't like Peter Pan.
Может, лучше русалочку?
Maybe we should watch Little Mermaid instead.
Русалочку я уже насмотрела.
Little Mermaid, we've seen that so many
А
times.
ты обещал.
And you promised me. She's so stubborn.
Понял. Давай сначала пару серий черепашек-ниндзя. Согласна?
I know, let's watch a couple of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode first, deal? Olivia found, but ultimately gave up. She put down the tray and crossed her hands on her chest.
Если так сильно просишь,
If you want it so much.
строишь сгущенку. Порезаться боюсь. Края острые.
Can you open the milk can? I'm afraid I'll cut myself with the sharp edges. As soon as I stood up, colorful dots popped up before my eyes, and my sore legs were pierced by thousands of needles. Only when I reached the sofa, I realized that the can was already open. Olia tricked me, played me like a fool. My stomach became heavy. I wanted to rush towards the TV, but Melissa was faster. She picked up the remote and proclaimed in victorious tone.
Повелся.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
Владелица пульта приказывает смотреть Питера Пэна.
As the remote master, I command you to watch Peter Pan. Oh fuck. I couldn't even open my mouth and use eating the across the tape. Does this game have a trademark to those characters such as the movies? If they don't, they might get sued by the game. The thing with that, Boots, Peter Pan in a little moment, they're part of the public domain. Like the super old movies, Boots. I think like part of the same with like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because like those medias were part of like a long time. Definitely Peter Pan and Little Mermaid. They're very old, and there's already lots of movies of Peter Pan and Little Mermaid by like other studios, not just Disney. Well, yes, Disney did popularize a majority of the movies. I think that's what they're playing here. They're all like different retellings of the tales from different countries. I do know for the Little Mermaid, there's a specific Soviet version of it. So you played it then. Black crosses of unnamed graves, empty crypts, bloody scraps on the stone, and the insane devil's rent. I better tell the truth.
Оля, стой!
Wait, let's stop.
Тебе конец кассеты нечаянно стер.
I erased the end of your tape by
Отдай
accident.
ее мне и возьми любые две мои.
I'll trade it with you for two of mine.
Ты чего?
What do you
Не
mean?
мог ты стереть. Мы с папой всем кассетам зубики пластмассовые выломали. Отверткой.
You could erase it. Me and Dad have broken off all of those plastic pins with a screwdriver.
Теперь ни на один мой мультфильм ничего записать нельзя.
You can't record anything over my cartoons now. My little sister pressed the triangle play button on the remote. I squeezed on the inside, waiting for the out-of-this-world voices of the narrator. But I saw the duel between Peter Pan and Captain Hook instead. Oh yeah, no, that's clearly the Disney one boost. Yeah, no, they might be careful, they might get sued. I sighed in relief. My head heavy as a lean ball now rests in my hands. You've been playing a Minecraft mod pack called Cobbleverse recently after you my PC. Oh, that's good. Is the mod working well on your PC? Nice, that's good to hear that's working well. I'm just gonna have more CC. Put in that soy sauce. Oh, that's my enjoy. She put the tape on me right and started spreading milk all over the bread. And when the cartoon started, she forgot about everything in the world. Couple of us is a couple mod pack, which is basically Pokemon in Minecraft. Nice. If she really got transported to the Neverland, like she always wished. To be honest, I also imagine myself there in a land where no one ever ages, no one argues over little things. Where no one listens to fights and to the sounds of broken plates at nights. But now Peter Pan's land was immensely far away from me. Tricks at play. Okay, so now we're in the situation we already known. So it's very interesting about the TV one. So it's not any like concerning differences. Oh, we see this one now. Speaking of Pokemon in Minecraft, have you seen a working port of Pokemon Red in Minecraft? Oh, I didn't know there was a walking pod. That's actually cool. But stop at any moment. Hold up. Let me go to settings. Skip only the red text. Someone named Mr. made a math word in my. That's cool. I went into coding. Hoping it took them a while to make it. Took out the tape. The protective pen was still in place. I should have left Oleo's room. Oh, wait, now we have to tape it. Whether it was by providence or by course, I hid the tape alongside the mitten at the exact moment Mom peeked into my room. Oh, got a ghost tape achievement.
Довольно баловства.
Enough playing around.
Завтра первый день в школе.
It's your first day at school tomorrow. It's basically a Game Boy with Pokemon Red playing on it with the use of a bunch of command blocks swinging the whole thing. Oh, that's actually really impressive.
Ложись, тебе надо выспаться.
Go to bed. You should sleep properly.
Не хочешь же ты, чтобы тебя все дразнили Соней?
You don't want to be cheesed for being sleepy, right? Okay, episode 2 now. Time to play with you. Okay, so we're gonna go with Galiska, so we need to follow. Okay, and this is when we meet Aliska. Vincent.
Другие звери бери. Пока ты со своей Макарену!
So I just want to see this line again.
Чё? Эй, Макарена!
Hey. So with this one, we need to take the candy. I accepted the treat and catching a whiff of the ghost smell full of fireworks and citrus. The smell of holidays. My fingers tangled while I carefully unwrapped the gum. Peachy aroma entered my nostrils and something else, something unfamiliar but pleasant. The 3D cube ended up in my mouth. I started moving my molars chewing the gum. It is like the usual Turkish gum, only my tongue went a bit numb. I couldn't believe my luck after opening the insert. A type of game where players put bubblegum inserts into their palms and try to flip it by throwing it in the air. The player who happens to flip one or more insert claims them as prize. I consider collectibles. I look at a Missy's Band, an extremely rare and hence desirable collector's item for any boy from my previous neighborhood. My heart skipped a beat. I was barely able to tear my eye off the insert, still stunned.
Это же... Это...
This is...
Теперь понял, что можно найти в лесу.
Now do you see what can be found in the forest?
Только на твоем месте я бы туда в одиночку не ходила.
Still, I won't go there alone if I were you.
Тебе вон от жвачки в забу дыханье сперла.
You get so flustered over a simple bubblegum after all.
Представляешь, что с тобой будет, если найдешь чемодан таких фантиков?
Imagine what could happen if you find a travel case full of these.
Голову напрочь снесет.
It will so blow your mind.
Ты пропала.
No fault. I'm on some sushi. I just want sushi, so I better say bun. Ah. Unusual treats. Just like everything else about her. Who are you? Okay, and then of course that. So, we need to talk to this smoking guy. And then he will leave. Now we can enter the school. And then we see the bully. Okay, now we're moving on. So now we have to fight back.
Слушай.
And now this is going to be Paulina. But sadly, I'm gonna know Paulina with this route. So I want more sushi. Oh no, the fish fell out of this piece of sushi. So there's gonna be lights that I'm dipping into my soy sauce. Huh. Mm. So we're going to do Aliska. After closing my backpack, I ran down the stairs. I scanned my surroundings through the windows in the main hall. Nobody suspicious in sight. The school doors creaked, the sound was familiar to the music from a thriller, the high notes that comes before an intense scene. I ran around the school corner, trying not to catch anyone's attention. The smell of pastry and burnt sugar wafted from the school's cafeteria. I paused when I saw a silhouette in a second-floor window. It must be Paulina, guiding a bow on violin strings, with her head slightly tilted to the side. I was could hear the melodies he played out, but Paulina was only a dark outline under the window's yellow seats. I dragged my feet forward. Okay. Oi! Oi, why are you here? The same wind that smelled white rollings through the fields. Summoned by an invisible tractor who was humming, scaring away the crowds of crawling birds. The hum of its engine sounded like the howls of hungry beasts that chased me through the snowy deserts. Alisa and her scary mask also came to mind. Right now, in the light of day, it was really hard to believe she was real. We need to talk to this man in the middle. What did he say back then? At the backyard, near the hangman. What does he mean by that?
Извините.
Excuse me? The silhouette turned around the corner and walked deep into the dead end, leaving cigarette smokes in its wake. Was it an adult? Maybe a teacher. Skull. A first skull chomping on sunflower seed. Someone from the school is probably feeding her. Interesting. I used strings along the cigarette butts. I hope somebody just needed it for a slingshot. Slingshot out of cigarettes, that's wild. I look at the wall, there's a hangman drawing under the thin black line of resin. Someone played the hangman here. Something was scribbled on both sides of the man. Escape, fear, truth.
Ближе, мой сладкий.
Come closer, my sweetheart. It took me a while to realize there was a sound coming from. My eyes strolled through the cul-de-sac at the school backyard, closing through windows and snow. One of the small pies started trembling like a volcano before it erupts. That was the enemies. Give me your heart. In blinking the eye, the white crust crumbles and the fox jumped at me. Samita glanced bow, enjoying the effect of her appearance had on me. The silver of snow signed on her coat. I could even imagine what I was thinking about girls with tails can be like this. I don't know what to compare it to. Something infectious? Toxically sweet?
Отпор не дал, сердце потерял.
Hold up. Fight back or your heart is in my bag. She giggled so enthusiastically that it forced me to smile.
Да ну тебя.
Oh, come on. Ah. So I'm trying to get some salmon. Gotcha. Boop. This time is usually not my favorite. I usually like it with sushi, or like on crackers and cream cheese. Oh, and salmon is cooked. Then I like it too. Oh, god damn it, this sushi was weak, it broke apart. Fuck. No. And I gotta put them in this one in the soy sauce. Mm. I quickly roll a ball of snow and feed Alisa. She dropped the jars, but it was too late. It hit to the soul though.
Ох ты ж! Гадкий мальчишка!
The insolent boy.
Вот такой я.
Yeah, that's me. The fox slowly backed down, trying to arm herself.
Ты хитер, да мы хитрей.
You slide, but I'm a fox.
Ловок ты, да мы ловчей.
I think out of the box. Her way to wisdom was swift. A snowball arched its way above the snow yard, and the ravens flying in air. I wanted to duck, but slipped and fell to my knees. And while I was getting up, I caught a huge chunk of snow with my face. It buried up from the cold. I swallowed loudly from immense disappointment. Using the words I wrote in Sekto's Glasses song on a cassette I hid from my parents. Ah, not of words. Rock band that played the so-called hillbilly punk, fired by the songwriter and whiskey Yuri Whiskey. The band often played amongst the popular Western rock bands, and used a lot of profanity and fairy tale themes in the lyrics. Supposedly died from overdosing on drugs. Damn, that's a fun fact. If Dad heard this, he would have definitely given me a good whipping. He had a very low tolerance for obscene words, and always communicated in clean Russian.
Да ладно тебе.
Oh, come on.
Не больно же совсем.
It can't hurt that much. She buzzed off my hood as if to snow compassion, took me by the elbow and helped me get up. With care uncharacteristic of a child, she took off my glasses, blew away the snowflakes that were stuck to them, and handed them back.
Вот так. Один-один, Тоша.
Now we even Dosa, one-on-one? Only people who were close to me called me that. And I haven't even seen her real face, seen her last name, what class she was from, and if she had a real tail under her coat.
Желаешь отыграться?
Want to get ahead?
Мы хотели поискать Вову, помнишь?
We were gonna look for Volvo, remember?
Лучше поторопиться, а то меня родители станут искать.
We better hurry before my parents start looking for me. The fox let out a lazy yawn.
Родители.
Parents.
Скучно.
Don't be so
Будь ты таким занудой.
don't be so boring.
Давай чуть-чуть поиграем. Все равно тебе дома тоскливо.
Let's play for a bit. You're always bored at home anyway.
А ты откуда знаешь?
And how do you know that?
Тоже мне тайна.
It's not even a secret.
Со взрослыми да в четырех стенах. Тоска смертная.
It's always so boring being locked up in a house full of
У
adults.
меня от стены взрослых нервный тик. Вот.
I get all jittery from both houses and parents. See? This one's a crab piece. Usually not the biggest fan of crab. Huh. A full buck chicken. The deck live and laugh and pilot so better being a baby with a power of my mouth, legitimately funny or not.
Ну же, Тоша, решайся.
Come on, Joseph, don't be scared.
Я же вижу, ты хочешь поиграть.
Hmm. I can see you want to play.
Если победишь...
If you win. The fox got dangerously close to me and stood up, tiptoes almost touching my face with little nose. Playful flies danced deep in her eyes. She smelled nice, like berries and sucking. Is this a smell of independence and true freedom? I mean, like how you have doing your life is run wild and eat sweets? Her lips just put into my ears like scalding hot water.
Если победишь, буду твоим провожатым.
If you win, I'll be your guide.
Поверь, мне есть что тебе показать.
Believe me, I have lots of things to tell you.
Найдем твоего Вову.
It's like that you roll up for once. For one, I felt as if a giant invisible spring bent inside me. My tummy hurt, but the sensation was somehow not exactly unpleasant. It was so weird. I had a conversation with Polina and Aliska, who was going to drag me along with her. I felt like my mind was becoming blurry, splitting in two, like those gravestones on the TV record.
А если проиграю?
And what if I lose?
Душу из тебя выцарапаю, неженка.
I'll call you so softy.
Давай, скорей.
Come on, let's go. She burst out laughing, whipping a hem of her coat, and went towards the road we used to come to school in the morning. I promise. Then, almost like a fat, hypnotizing me. I bent down and scooped up some snow. I wish I had a device that could tell whether Alisa was joking or being serious. Or is there a third option with people like her? Between her jokes, her laughter, and her hot breath in my ear, I wanted to win. The punish her for the lightness and freedom she would possess that was so clearly too much for an average girl, while I, on the other hand, was possessed, or rather intoxicated by the thirst of adventure, by my curiosity. Just like the time when I ate the cherries from Mom's Vodka and lying down with my eyes closed while the bed was spinning underneath her. That was an alcohol, isn't it? Sweet alcoholic drink made from fruit and berries, often called berry vodka. It normally contains only 25 to 30% alcohol. I spat and cleaned my lip. Do you want to play, little sister fox? Well then, let's play. I armed myself with a snowball and chased the fleeing fox girl. Oh, that's cute, saying like a happy version of this one. As a familiar scent with the wooden post that didn't look scary anymore. They are just logs covered in snow. If I were to set out, the guard dogs would start barking and the owner would peek out of their windows. Alisa's small silhouette was mocking me from far away, so it was useless to try hitting her with snowballs from now. Waste of ammunition. Butchers mutated by cold, so I picked out the view and clear road. A giant snow pile towered towards over the trees. There was probably a place where the tractor brought all the the village, a whole family of foxes would fit in such a pile. No, I thought, she was only the fox around here. She alone is already too much. My second morning acquaintance was running around near the edge of the forest, a stray dog with a mangling tail. She sniffed around and marked the naked baby birds and went towards the other ones. Alisa stood up from under the hill.
За мной, девочка.
Shuka, follow me, go. The dog's ears it barked in agreement and followed her lead. We ran further and further, exchanging snowballs, laughing and stumbling. There were the birds towered in front of us, reaching for the low clouds. We were at the edge of the saddle, bunny and almost corporal. The fox hid behind a huge pine, clearly trying to get close to me, and swept some snow down my collar. It was a good plan, but Zolka, who was running circles around her, gave her away. I broke off a dry branch and decided to act even trickier. I put my hat on it and peeked it from the side of the pine. I make her think that's my head. I bit my lip to stop myself from laughing, then jumped out of the other side to perform a point-blank throw. Aliska probably hacked at my plan right away, but still let me win 3-1. I was running a bit in the middle leg and she got shot in the chest and in the stomach, losing imaginary blood in front of my eyes. Oh, I can see like the different variant of the spikes with the snow on it. That's cute. Pleading for mercy while also choking from laughter. Please, mercy. I'm dying.
Все, живи.
I'll let you live.
Спасибо, добрый рыцарь.
Thank you, O valiant knight. She pretended to bow to me, then grabbed 2 full handfuls of snow, and like a dying warrior threw them my way in a last-ditch effort. I doubt to attack easily, laughing uncontrollably and being mad at the same time. I finished her with 2 precise shots.
Живи, живи.
He'll let me live, huh?
Учил бы меня жить, разумный какой.
Learn me how to do it if you're so smart.
Молчи, ты умерла уже.
So I'll be already
Тоже
dead.
мне помеха.
And when did that stop me?
Сыграем в кое-что поинтереснее.
Let's play something more interesting. She dashed behind the tree after blowing snow in my direction.
2. Прилети, сова.
1, 2, time to play with you.
4, 5. Время поиграть.
3, 4, 5, the hour will arrive. I hesitated, moving towards the windfall.
6, да, 6. Дыбом волчья шерсть.
6 on end, the wolf's gray fur will stand. I thought I was real tail gliding across the bushes. I was to the intertwined branches to help Alisa to hide, as if something was pulling me there. I had to move then, tear them off like spiderwebs. Branches being back in light in my face, but I felt like they were caressing my cheeks and not hitting them. I was sweating, but still had a lot of stamina left. I'll make sure to catch you, little fox. Elisa's voice was wandering around the windfall.
8! Бьем копытом озимь!
7, 8. Stop your hooves and wait.
А я тебя недооценила.
Seems like I underestimated you.
Думала, ты просто мальчик.
I thought you were just a boy. Confident that she was behind the dry pine, I was to intercept her. But the local acoustic tricked me. Her voice was already echoing from the other side. And you're a bunny.
Шустренький, хорошенький!
So nimble, so cute. A snowball fell at me from the shadows, whispering near my ear.
Тебе дам, зайчик!
Also, you a bunny.
Дай мне зайчика, дай!
Come on, bunny, show me. The bright fox fur coat flashes away a rotten stump. I was there jumping over the ravine.
Зайчик, выходи скорей! Мясом накорми зверей!
Bunny, show yourself be brave. Give the beast first meat they crave. And with the context of chapter 4, oh boy. This furry color that flashes from every tree was the most important thing in the world for me. My lips started trembling as if I was a cowboy that was chasing his prey. One jump and the fox was in my base, so smooth and desirable.
Все, все, все! Ты победил!
I finally win. She leaned against the scratched bark and started puffing.
Пожалуйста, давай немного отдохнем.
Please, can I have a break?
Ты слишком быстрый. Слишком сильный. Лакомый. Слишком.
You're too fast. Too strong. Too tasty. Satisfied, I put my hands on my side, waiting for the spoils of war from the defeated goal. But what I got instead was a sly snowball in my smug face. The funny fox ran away, roaring with laughter, but I wasn't even mad about it. I need to catch up to Alisa, to track her and subdue her, tear off her mask and see everything.
Бедный зайчик прыгает!
Poor little bunny jumping around
И мокрых сосен.
in the wet pine forest,
Страшно в лапы волку. Серому попасть.
afraid of getting eaten by the big gray wolf,
Думает о лете. Прижимает уши.
thinking of the hot summer, keeping his ears low,
На небо косится. Небо не видать.
sneaking glances at the hidden sky. The sky really did disappear under the trees. I moved using the barking Azuka as a guide, since he was closely following her owner, and I was getting closer. And the same trail I imagined back to school blinked under my feet. It turned out that running like there's no tomorrow was so easy. Faster, higher, faster. I felt like there was this well of untapped potential inside me, and I drew from it. My muscles was buzzy, my lungs felt bigger, and I felt much stronger overall. Even my vision became sharper. I saw every icy branch, every dent in the dark. Something colorful was laying near the bushes, a piece of clothing. You can use track powers. Come on, join the track and field team. Another colorful spot to the right. Alisa was loosening her clothes on the one, like setting her skin. Wait, what? I also used my teeth to take off my mitten, excited by all of that. What? I'll get naked and feel all the wind to let us drop faster. I reached out to take off my hat to throw away everything that stopped me from running wild in this endless forest. Okay, I don't know what. This is going weird. The backpack slowed me down, so I threw it in the soil among all these pens that were inside, with all the notebooks, all over my drawings on the sidelines, and a dinosaur for Euler. Suddenly, a clear picture appeared in my mind. My sister standing still near a window, basking in the dusky sun. Her small childish palms were pressed to the glass, leaving marks when they warmed it up. She could warm up the whole world like that. She's looking at the Taiga and say my name.
Тоша!
Dosa! I stopped, took a deep breath, and realized how vast and stupid I was trying to undress in the middle of the forest. Yeah. I returned to get my backpack as if a part of my beam I dropped. I remembered again how my sister didn't like to be left alone. How she asked me to come home and faster. What kind of brother am I? Okay. Face wants to come inside, everyone. Everyone say hi to Grace the cat. She's here. Oh. Gracie, oh, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. Oh, you're a good girl. Hey, huh? Let me pet you. Let me pet you for a bit. Okay. Okay. Here you go, Gracie. Here you go. Oh! Back down she goes. You want for pets? So everyone, gotta take a quick pause. The cat wants lots of love. Who's a good girl? Who's good? And look at that. No stranger cat by the windowsill. Oh, there's a really nasty chunk on you. Gonna give you some cat ASMR, you guys. I don't know if you guys were able to hear that cat meowing, but like, damn. 10 out of 10 cat ASMR. Ooh, you good. You wanna leave now? Okay, bye everyone. Cat left the room. Running the bullets that I used to scare my sister with. I'm having fun while she's not even allowed over the doorstep, sitting in your cage, Oya, and wants the same cartoon over and over.
Тоша!
Dosa!
Да, Оленька.
Yes, Ola?
Тоша, а куда?
Where are you?
Куда так скачешь, чмошник?
What are you hopping to, fucker? Hold up, wait. Hold up, everyone. I want to screenshot her face. I love this face. Hold up. Oh, I love this face card. Hold up. He send this to someone. I'm sorry. Yeah, everyone. I just need to send this to someone. Screenshot. This game. 10 out of 10 faces. Okay, sorry. Sorry for like the boss. I just wanted to screenshot that face. Okay. From the darkness behind the pines, just like cavemen from their cave, appearing smoking, Simon and a bunch of his cronies.
Ну, здорово, Антошка.
Yo, Entoska.
Не вышло сдрыснуть, да?
You thought you could slip away, huh?
Очкарик в зубе сарик на.
Check out this fight, sweet. They surround me like the convict's pride, making me step back. The smell of sweet and tobacco attacked my nostrils. The inside of my stomach, some of my mouth felt salty as if I licked a battery.
Алиса,
Alisa, the name of a companion turned into a stifling cough. Pines were swaying back and forth like solemn guardians. I was frantically looking everywhere. A dimwit, I dreamt of finding the fox among the trees, expecting her to come to my rescue. But only the wind replied to my pleas.
где Алиса?
Where's Alisa?
Что вы с ней сделали?
What did he do to her? I said it after hearing my own voice. It sounded unnatural, rough and scary.
Какая еще Алиса?
Who the fuck is Alisa?
У тебя чё, кукуха поехала?
Do you hit your head?
Не ссы, ща вмиг вылечим.
Whatever. We'll fix you right up. The faster spit through the gap of his teeth and pushed me so hard that I hit my back against a tree.
На
So, feeling better now? It can't be. Did Alisa really lure me into this trap to these bastards? No, I can't believe this.
Глядите-ка, пацаны, а здесь он не такой борзый, как в школе.
Look here, guys. He's not so brave here compared to the school.
Ага, вылитый терпиловна.
Yeah, a total wimp.
Ты, сука приезжая, не на того руку поднял.
You fucked with the wrong guy, transfer student. Simon was moving towards me, readying his fist. In that moment, the other delinquent in track pants made a loud whistle, and the Hawking boy lowered his hand. It was unexpected. Seems like Wilbur wasn't the leader of this gang. In reality, they were all listening to the boy who was looking like a small carnivore with very strong and sharp teeth. Probably decided to have the fun at my expense.
Слышь, Гондон Батькович.
Hey, I am not saying
это,
that.
что ли, твоя Алиса?
Is this your Lisa? Only then I noticed it was over beside my leg, trembling from the cold, snow plastered all over its fur. The delinquent squatted in front of the dog and beckoned with his hands.
Ой ты, батюшки.
Who am I?
Алиса, ко мне, сучка блохастая.
Come here, you flea-winged bitch. The others let out a nasty laugh. The dog's ears pucked up as he started carefully moving closer.
Иди сюда. Иди, дам кое-чего.
Yeah, come here. I got something for you. Shh. The dog didn't even have a chance to sniff him when his animal abuser caught it by the ear and kicked it right under the tail so hard it flew to the slope by squealing. The whole gang busted out laughing and my heart got encrusted in ice. Even the birds that were perched up in the tree let out a frightening call. At the edge of my vision, I saw something flash in the elusive twilight of the sleeping forest. Oh, well, that's just the bushes moving along the icy branches into the wind.
Робка, она ж больше срать не сможет.
Romka, it won't be able to shit after that.
Давай теперь я.
Let me kick the fucking thing one more time.
Второй раз ебану минус на минус даст плюс.
Minus and minus make a positive. But the tray was already out of nowhere to be seen.
Чего ты, баран?
What are you, an idiot?
Толкуй его на очкарику, где его место.
Go and so for Ice's place.
Только так, чтобы он понял.
In a way he'll understand.
Ага, за ним кофякна.
Yeah, he fucking owes you.
Этот очкарик тебе при всем классе всё.
Gives him back here in front of the whole class.
Да без Б.
So vain. Yeah, I think I was giving up more last year. Simon bought a sizable singing ring with some gymnastic shape carved into it to my face.
Ща, парашник, я тебе этой печаткой так заряжу. Клеймо на всю жизнь останется.
Something out here. Face so hard you'll leave a mark for the rest of your life. With him all my inner strength and baby go. Stop. A woozy whisper left my lips and my head tilted towards hitting Simon's fist. Wet sparks flew in from my eye.
Бяша, подсоби.
Piazza, give me a hand. Simon gave me a rough push towards the bastard with a slight eyes and he tripped me. I fell on the sharp crust of ice and the faster step of my hand, preventing me from getting up. A painful groan escaped my throat.
Слыхали, как заныл?
Do you hear him whimper?
А ты случаем не педик?
Is he an actual or something? I started to lose breath from anger and resentment. The pain was growing. My ears were hot and pulsing pain was soon feared, like was cut off the ball of Natal was sewn in its
Ты
place.
молчишь, Антошка?
Why so silent, Antoska?
Отвечай, ты педик?
Come on, tell us, are you a? At this moment, I felt pure, unbelievable veins and unimaginative of my anger. Like the spout ink, it rose up from the depths of my eyes, filling all of my thoughts. Mons!
Знаете,
Did you know
мой отец
that my dad?
Педик.
Joshua? No. Simon burst out laughing. This became the last straw. Fear and anger were glimpsing inside me like mad dogs.
занимался. Поняли?
You know what, you got it?
Воевал.
And you're a vet.
Как вы с закрытыми глазами.
глазами убивает.
He kills the like of you with his eyes
Я такое
closed.
слово скажу, он...
One more from me and he will... Romka lifted up his arm, stopped being my torment of lies, and made a couple of steps forward. Simon slowly backed off, giving me an opportunity to stand up. Did he believe me? Or was he confused by my face, twisted with rage?
Воевал, говоришь?
That you say?
Мой батя тоже воевал.
My dad also fought in the war.
В Афгане.
In Afghan.
А твой?
And yours?
И мой.
Mine too?
Да, и в каких войсках, интересно?
Oh, really? Interesting. What force did he serve in? I summoned fear across my base foot and made it bleed.
Да он фуфло гонит, Ромка.
He's full of shit, Romka.
Бля, будуна.
Sure as fuck, eh?
Думал, меня так просто развести?
Do you think I'm so easy to trick?
Я тебя, сучонка, насквозь вижу.
I come see through all your lies, you little bit. There was a nasty smile in his face now. This didn't bode well for me.
Ты сам себе приговор подписал.
Well, you asked for this.
В школе тебя училка спасла. Ну а теперь все.
Well, teacher saved you at school, but here,
Хана тебе.
you're fucked.
Во-во.
That's right.
Давай, Антошка. Молись, чтобы твой труп по весне нашли, бля.
Better when your dead body comes spring, eh?
Сидел бы ниже травы, был бы целочкой.
If only if you stayed silent, you would have lost a hair.
Жирного стукнул, одно дело.
Eating fatso is one thing,
Но про Афган пиздеть, где мой батя под пулями. Долг интернациональный. В Даште Марго, блядь.
but fucking around with stuff like Afghan when my dad spent time under fire on international duty in fucking Dasemongo.
Сёма, ушатай-ка его.
Give him a good pound in Simon. The delinquent closed in on me again, and I ended up in front of Simon. Blood was pumping in my temples. Francis was swaying back and forth as his whipping giving me hope. I gritted my teeth, fighting the thought that I was looked in city, and took a boxing stance I often saw in movies.
Хера ты, Майк Тайсон.
What the fuck? What? Are you fucking Mike Tyson? This was my first ever fight. I remember it for the rest of my life. If I don't kick the bucket, of course. At the end of my visit, I noticed a darkness wither again, as if someone was walking back and forth there. I sensed Roma's claws grab my back.
Манатки, Антошка.
Give me your sit, Antoska.
Махаться мешает.
It will get in the way. I was about to refuse what unwilling to cooperate with the master, but then he finished a butterfly knife out of his pocket with one smooth motion. Spun it as if sawing off and put the blade to my neck.
Слышь, Фрей, расслабься, а то больно будет.
Hey, easy buddy, I'll make it painful. I let a puff of steam inside of his words. Romka pulled with all of his might, and my backpack ended up in his hands. Calm and relaxed. And in his smile on his face, he looked it into my backpack.
Нас что-то скрываешь, да?
Are you hiding something from us?
У меня в школе какая-то крыса сменку подрезала.
Some rats stole my school shoes.
Сейчас поглядим, может это был...
Let's see if it was...
Опачки!
And what's this? Romka gave me a dubious smile.
Так, а что это у нас здесь?
So what do we have here? My texts and my notebooks fell in the snow. He was holding my backpack in one hand and something weird on the other. It looked like... the bunny's mask. A mask. Roma lifted it high as if showing to someone else, to someone in tea shops in the twilight among trees. An old bunny mask. Long, worn-out ears, barely visible nose and whiskers, Maggie fur on the sides. Where did it come from? Who put it there? Simon laughed.
Новый год уже прошел, мудила.
And way past New Year's, moron.
Или ты реально поехавший?
Oh, are you really a loony?
Это не мое.
It's not mine.
Да как не твое, В твоем портфеле лежала она.
How come it's not? It was in your backpack. Romka was watching the scene unfold with an evil smile on his
А
face.
знаешь что?
You know what?
Надевай.
Put it on.
Зачем?
Why?
Надевай, говорю.
Because I'm telling you to.
Попрыгаешь перед нами, зайчик.
You'll hop like a bunny for us.
Давай.
Yeah, come on.
Без штанов домой пойдет на.
Oh, you'll leave your pants less, eh? Enough. Anything but this. If someone from my class will pass him by,
Цену.
I won't.
Сёма, надень-ка на него.
Soma, put it on him. Bayaska rushed to his friend's side and took the worn-out mask from him with a buffoonish bow. And then he passed it to Simon, who was already rubbing his hand in anticipation. I looked around the pine wood, as if waiting for help, as if the shadows that were around us would take pity on me and take my side. Banners looked like arms twisted at unusual angles. Black and bark was their cord skin, and the darkness was smoke they produced. I can't run. Won't get away. They'll catch me. And then...
Только учти, Сёма,
Let me warn you, Soma.
если он скакать не станет, ты сам за него поскачешь.
If he won't hop, you will take his place. Got it?
Этот чмошник и не станет.
This piece of shit won't?
Да погляди на него, он же дурик конченый.
Just look at him. He's a total loony.
Этот дурик тебе уже раз в жбан зарядил.
This loony already smacked you in the face.
Ромка прав.
Pumpkin's right.
Давай, толстый. Восстанавливай авторитетно.
Come on, fat sauce. It's your fucking dominance.
Или сам у нас запрыгаешь так, что тетяндра отцепится.
Or we'll make you hop so hard your piggy tits will fall off. He must indeed be scared of Romka. Simon swore slightly and glared at me.
Вот,
You.
это чтобы маска хорошо налезла.
You'll fit better this way. He balled a huge ball of spit on the side of the plastic bunny face and put it closer to mine. His spit looked like a squash spider. Romka's face twisted. He splammed like a beast, like he wanted to tell Simon something, but then he suddenly stopped. Simon was still close by with his gun. Look, okay, I think I can skip this. Tell him to fuck off.
Иди на...
Ты труп!
Okay, I stared into the clearing between the trees. Fox, an orange spot flashed there. A fox, an absolute regular fox, stepped out of the bushes. I blinked in bewilderment. The animal fell on its tummy and was staring back at me with its burning eyes. Its furry tail was sweeping now, left and right, racing the white powder.
Меня смотри, падла!
Look at me, bitch. I was still looking past him at the fox that was smiling at me. The grin rippled over teeth while digging a hole in the soap pipe, moving across as if dancing. Her soft face was covered in snow, her whiskers was trembling. The fox put her face to the ground, sniffing pleasure in her eyes, lifting up with liquid silver. I lifted my gaze to Simon's twisted face. He was glowing, something unintelligible. The fox backpedaled and disappeared into the darkness, and the furs beneath breathed at me, whispering, "Tell the pig to shut up." I set my own cheek to chase way down from my own voice. The message still lingers in my subconscious. The sin was my chance. I stared intensely at Simon's nose. It was almost oinking from anger. I expected was at him.
Заткнись, свинья.
Shut up, pig. Simon looked at paralyzed, as if a medium Alan Chuma hypnotized him, stripping him of his will. The victim himself as a healer and a medium, claimed to acquire his healing powers during his investigation into fake mages, changing all sorts of items for the views for the TV screens. A jar of water with photos of cosmetics died from unknown causes. I felt the aftertaste of Alisa's gum in my mouth. Berries. It felt like I pulled a card from every greasy deck, and it turns out to be a trump. My brain was at its limit. Paulina's word about Simon getting worse since he moved here flashed in front of my eyes like subtitles in a movie. All the pieces fell in place. My joker went flying into his pumpy face. I was speaking slow on purpose, dragging out every syllable.
Есть у меня подозрение. Ты не просто так перевелся в новую школу.
I suspected that you had a reason to transfer to another school.
Сбежал, да? Как крыса сбежал.
You fled, right? Fled like a rat?
Потому что сверстники бывают жестокими с теми, кто не такой, как они.
Because it can be cruel with those who are
С
different,
теми, кто толще их, например.
who's fatter or weaker than them.
И ты решил издеваться над другими, как издевались над тобой.
So you decide to bully others just like they bullied you. I saw Simon's Adam's apple twitch like it was pump accident rifle getting reloaded.
Ты отыгрываешься за старые обиды.
Are you trying to get payback for those old wounds?
Хочешь казаться тем, кем не являешься.
I want to pretend that you're different now.
Но знаешь, Ничего не меняется по щелчку пальца.
But now that nothing changed at the snap of a finger.
Знаешь, кем ты был?
Should I tell you who you were? The voice held its breath, listening in fascination.
Знаешь, кто ты есть?
Should I tell you who you still are? Guys? Bayasa was about to come to his friend's aid, but he won't go stop him, whipping out his controlling look. Bayasa turned around and put his hand on his pocket.
Продолжай, Тоха.
Go on, Tocha. Wonka's words ricocheted from the rough trunks.
Знаешь, кем ты будешь всегда?
Should I tell you who will always be? Simon looked around helplessly.
Второе имя, настоящее имя, которое дали тебе одноклассники.
Your second name, the true name your classmates gave you?
Откуда?
Why do you? Wonka and Bayasa looked at Simon like he was their prey now. I even thought I saw them lick their pot's lip. Hello. I'm Bayasa gave us as well. A pig. The thunderous screams echoed through the forest. Trees and vines rejoiced it. The yells repeated over and over, doubling and even tripling. Romgar glanced with all his teeth. Simon's head fell to his sides. He was on the brink of crying. I used this to my advantage. Oh, that was a nice action scene. I threw the strongest punch I could muster. No game, you enlisted in the fight. It was much stronger than the one in school. I rammed my fist into his scared face and produced a crackling sound. His pimply cheek danced like jelly under my fist. Simon let out a sight and popped on the icy road. He was touching the place where I hit him, still oblivious to what just happened and how did it come to this. That's a weird mouth. Oof. After looking at him for a while, I realized I was smiling. Faster returned to his sense and threw himself at me with face twisted in anger. But I dodged his charge quite easily under the great packers I played with Alisa. Oh god, oh that's good. He fell in the dog shit. He fell into snow and then landed right on the pile of dog feces that made him squeal in anger.
Красава, Тоха.
Yeah, the boy took her.
Думал, ты сосунок, а он как жердяй уделал.
I thought you were win, but you did faster a good whipping. Simon started sobbing after he realized the directness of the situation.
Че я бабушке теперь скажу?
What will I say to Grandma?
Убьет, когда увидит.
She will kill me when she sees this.
Чего ты там скулишь?
What are you whining
Я
about?
с параши, не слышно.
Get your head out of your ass. Simon, futile attempts to clean his coat, caused a fit of giddiness from Bayaska. I also smiled, angrily twisting my lip. Lucky fucker.
А ну вставай, скачи, как зайчик.
Hey, get up and hop like a bunny.
Только желательно подальше, а то от тебя уже дерьмом несет.
Just stay away from us, you stink like shit.
О!
Ew. Fuck you, guys. His eyes red from tears stopped at me. I didn't even have a time to erase the smile off my face when Simon lunged at me like a hawk and crawled at my face with his twisted fingers and clawing fingernails. I figured it was the layer of the fat under the coat. At that moment, the world became fuzzy. The black cheese in my face of all my classmates all blurred.
А чё на это скажешь, сука?
How do you like that, bitch? He threw up my hand, holding my glasses victoriously. But this triumph was short-lived. Two bully sets rushed towards Simon's former friend. Wow. I heard this a million sound of someone being slapped around.
Не по-пацански поступаешь, гнида.
This is against the rules, asswipe. Did they rotoscope
А
this?
ну гони линзы назад.
Give back the Oculus now.
По понятиям, на!
Fight like a fucking man, eh? Just about Simon's signs and company, he didn't agree to his friend's terms.
Вы чё творите?
What the fuck?
Ой, на лоха позорного меня променяли. Ой, ой, ой.
Betray me for this piece of shit?
Да пошли вы в жопу. Тоже мне друзья.
Are we even friends anymore? I just figured trembling the soul barely managed to break out of the rain and punches of and went for the hills, dissolving into the twilight.
Завтра в школе тебя выцепим, хрюндель!
We'll get you at school tomorrow, Pokey.
Точно, точно!
That's right.
Ты базара ответишь на!
You'll answer for this.
Горло тебе перережу, слышишь?
I'll cut your throat, you hear me? Romka and Bayasko started throwing pieces of ice at this fleeing Murama, but then switched to holy mockery. The snow rusted. Two boys, clearly out of breath, approached me. I was finally able to make out their faces clearly. My glasses. Romka cursed under his breath.
Гондон этот стащил.
The fucker got them.
Зато мы ему всыпали одну сына!
At least we gotta get his. At least we whip his ass real good, eh?
Завтра вот с таким фуфелом припрется, отвечаю!
You look up to skill with a sign this big. There's a roughly laugh. Hyenas and the Lion King will envy a laugh like that.
Ну и дела.
Oh boy.
Тоха, ты без очков хоть что-то видишь?
Can you see without your glasses, Toha?
Немного.
A little bit. A hand holding a red rectangle protrude from the mist. Kromka was offering me a cigarette.
Угощайся.
My treat. I squinted, trying to make out the brand, even though I didn't know anything about cigarettes. I haven't tried smoking yet, and I didn't really want to start. I know they'll keep hanging out with me if I won't accept all of their habits. After a moment of hesitation, I shook my head.
Спортсмен, что ли? Ха,
Eat your sput, huh?
А ты в глаза долбишься?
Are you blind or something?
Не видел, как он Семена четко вмазал?
Did you see how he thrashed Simon?
да базара ноль, Mortal Kombat на!
Yeah, real deal. Mortal fucking combat.
У нас Рокки Бальбоа!
Della here is Lucky Bulba.
Тогда уж Иван Драго.
More like Ivan Dagwell.
Курим одну на двоих, гони Жигу.
We will split this one. Give me a light. Kromka pulled out a cigarette with his lips, and Bayasu scrambled to find a lighter inside his pocket.
Тоха, что я сказать хотел?
So, Toha, back to what I was saying.
Не держи зла, брат.
Don't be mad, bro.
Мы тебя на вшивость проверяли. А то очки эти, еще и маска.
We're just testing you. I mean, your glasses and this mask. Bayasa lit a giant to be seen, and Romka smacked his lips, taking a long puff with his
Меня,
cigarettes.
кстати, Ромка зовут.
I'm Romka, by the way. He squeezed my hand so hard that my fingers hurt. His palms full of dry thorn blisters implied that he wasn't wearing a trash suit for nothing.
Вот Бяша,
It is Bayask.
ты не очкуй. Со свиньей мы лично пообщаемся.
Don't worry, we'll have a talk with Bulky. Simon, Grace is back. Who is a good girl, Gracie? Who is a good girl? Yes, Gracie Poo? So this is a very different situation already. I'm sorry for this noise, everyone. Grace is sleeping, is on the floor now. Go, let's go. Do 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 do. Sorry, still in a bit of pain. He let out a cloud of smoke in my face, which instantly made me cough. Yeah,
Пойду пока сумку соберу, а то темнеет.
I'll go gather my stuff. It's getting dark. I bowed to pick up my now empty backpack and look for its contact, hoping that my new buddies will disappear when I turn around. But they just stood there, passing the secret back and forth. Two small silhouettes with a small light wandering between them, with the pine trunks as a backdrop. They were waiting for me to finish picking up my textbook while whispering something to each other. Wilka was the one talking most of the time, though Bayaska was just constantly sniffing with his runny nose and mumbling agreement. At that moment, I saw the old buttered bunny mask from paper mache among the snow-covered notebook. What the fuck? Its empty eye sockets could be filled with anything with any eye, but this mask doesn't look like only one in mine. Where did it come from and why was it in my backpack? I picked it up from almost chaos if it could bite off my fingers any moment. It was just a carnival mask with a frozen split on the inside. Still, something felt wrong about this. Something was written inside of it, underneath the layers of old newspaper. I could hear thousands of tiny bodies thrust into the trembling fur. Something was trying to chew its way out. Maggots. You ready, Tocha? Veronica's voice pulled me out of my nightmare as lucid, and I threw the mask away in horror. Somewhere I wouldn't be able to see it anymore. My nose was twisted from disgust, but I stood up, not trying to sew it. Whether those magnets were real or just one of my delusions, I didn't care. All of this was too much for a single day. I want to get home as soon as possible.
Ладно, пацаны, мне пора уже.
Alright, guys, I need to
До
go.
свидания.
See ya. I held out my hand towards the silhouettes to say goodbye. A couple of dark thin lines trembled in front of me. They stood without moving as if studying me.
С кедрами закорешиться решил.
Hey, decided to buddy up with a setter?
Мы здесь вообще-то.
We're over here. I realized that Homka's voice was coming from behind and turned around embarrassed.
Деревья хреновые кенты.
Trees make for sit buddies.
Ты не ссы. Мы тебя до дома доведем, а то ты как слепой котенок.
Don't worry. Relax. We will execute home as you are blind as a newborn kitten.
Так здесь живем и сгниешь.
Without us, you will end up dead around here. A cigarette bat hit against the sun with a flare of sparks and started sizzling the snow near my feet. The boys let a strained laugh and took me by my arms. When we were leaving the clear, I turned around and hoping to see Alisa. Or at least something Owen's thought. What if... a tractor? But I only saw a lumpy tractor that was creeping out from the corner. What the fuck? Oh! It still appeared on the side of the road, out of the fog. We made space to let that person through. Because of my blurry vision and the twilight semi-dark, it felt like there was a ghost going towards us. When the silhouette got close, I was able to make out the features of an adult man. I recognized this bumpy outline. He was smoking near the school in the morning. This man gifted us with a buzzy stare of his cold eyes and moving toward, disappearing into the darkness.
Нет горба, зато заячья губа.
What a huge hair lip! I was afraid that the unknowing man will hear this offensive rhyme, but he was already too far away. We continued our journey. We were alongside a still fire road in silence. The sight felt oppressing, coupled with the lack of my vision, so I spoke.
Почему тебя Бяша зовут?
Why did they call you Bayasa? The Baya kids just smirked in reply.
Потому что я волк в овечьей скурино.
Because I'm a wolf in sheep's clothing, eh?
Брешешь.
Bullshit.
Пургу гнать, это он умеет.
Fuck you man what he does
А
best.
звать его так, потому что блеет, как овца.
He got his nickname because he bleats like a fit
Всё
sheep.
после того, как из черного гаража живым выбрался.
It started after he returned alive from the Black Garage. Oh my. But as his face contorted at those words, I could see it even though the veil of blindness. He swayed. It started rumbling something untenable. See?
С ним так всегда, как об этой херне заговоришь.
Happens every time someone brings it up.
Ты сейчас о чем?
What are you talking
Ты
about?
серьезно про эту страшилку не знаешь?
Do you really not hear any of that horror story?
На черной улице,
On one pitch black street,
черный подворот,
in a pitch black alleyway,
стоит черный гараж.
in a pitch black
И
garage,
он знает о тебе все.
it knows everything about
Где
you.
ты живешь, что любишь, с
М.
кем дружишь.
Where you live, what you like, who are your friends.
Наверняка слышал о пропавших детях.
I'm sure you heard about the missing kids.
Это тут не первый год происходит.
This has been going on for a while.
Все местные знают, кто здесь замешан.
The local folks who knows behind all of that,
Даже взрослые.
even the adults.
Че, везет тебе? Ты вон в лесу, считай, живешь.
You got lucky. You live right at the edge of the
Он
forest.
к тебе так просто не сунется.
That thing won't come there without a good reason.
Тупо сечет, что среди деревьев будет выделяться.
And those tales are super
Нас эта хрень может где угодно поджидать. Иногда в конце переулка или возле дома.
Well, in our area, there's a piece of crack in hide anywhere. It can be at the end of an alleyway or near your house. Also,
Идешь такой себе ночью, и тут раз,
you'll be just going it somewhere at night and
он
bam,
стоит, где совсем недавно пусто было.
you see it in some place that was just empty a while ago.
Дверь открыта, внутри мрак.
It doors open, pitch dark inside.
Как?
And then, Bayaska pulled his cape over his head and started howling a high, trembling note, trying to silence Rumka.
Ладно, проехали.
Fine, forget it. I was trying to process Rumka's story, but I couldn't figure out what to think. During the sort of time I've been in snow-laden village, I realized one thing. A lot of people here had some sort of experience with something they couldn't explain. I looked at Bayasa, who was spit-plattered beside.
А вот скажи, нахрена вы-то сюда переехали?
Tell me, Doha, why did he move here? I waved, a deep sigh while looking at my feet. Somewhere down below, the tips of my boots scrubbed up fog. I spoke words that I recited countless times.
отца тут новая работа.
Dad got a new job here,
И мама в поселке раньше жила.
and my mom used to live here,
Давно еще при Союзе.
back in the Soviet days.
Здесь же нечего делать, только гнить.
There's nothing to do here but rot away.
Ну или как Бяша, по лесам шастать.
Oh, well, like Biasa here, wander around the forest. Biasa fearfully showed his face from under his hood, like a sailor crawling out of his chest to listen to
Он у
it.
нас турист.
He's a camper, see?
Летом целую неделю в палатке жил.
Spent a whole week in a tent last summer.
Здесь, рядом.
Here, nearby.
Кинь.
Cool shit, right?
Хотя от мамки его звезданутый я бы сам в лес сбежал.
I mean, with a crazy old lady like his, I'll feed to the forest. We kept on going, but it felt like it was a forest that was sliding by. Pines were the black keys, and the space between them, the white ones. The ticket was playing its old creaky melody, but the melody of roots, bear caves, and forgotten tiger sketches. Snowflakes flew around, creating a disturbing illusion that somebody was wandering the forest. Somebody's tall, unnoticeable, ready to camouflage as a tree or snow pile. You can't know if it's such a good goal. See, he's curling in your bed, lying down and looking cute. Oh, that's cute. Why not my cat Grace is sleeping on top of my backpack? Like Gracie's so cute. We really lucky with our cats. And then, when nobody paid attention anymore, they just continued moving along the road. It was just a trick of light. There was no one there. At least I want to think that. Rumka suddenly stopped instead.
Слышите?
Hear that?
В лесу кто-то бродит походу.
Someone is swimming around the forest. The skin under my clothes started itching. My stomach started aching. We looked away where Rumka was pointing.
Зачем? И причем с нашей скоростью идет?
Doll, ready, matching our speed. There was no tall silhouettes behind the massive pines. The shadows creeping in the semi-dark, slow shadows, fast shadows, hungry shadows. The one that fell silent from the bench made me shiver into my lip. So like me, most of this house, I think, is still sleeps on my bed, cause like, yeah. I think my place, it sleeps on my bed a lot. Oh, like, she sleeps on my backpack, too. As if something huge slipped off a tree and flew away, maybe even towards us. Hulk picked up a pine cone from the ground and threw it into the thicket. Hey! His sound located as if it hit a tightly spun drum. The echo mocked in Rumka, then the silence resigned again.
Кто-нибудь видел?
Did you see that? I shook my head. The only I could see were the victorious skirts of trees, the darkness and snow, and the hazy silhouette of my companions. I remember the rough texture of the trunk, the small sitting in the icy bits of the bottoms of the
Идёмте
ravines.
скорее, а то вечереет.
Let's move faster, the sun is setting. I was again grabbed by the elbows and dragged along, towards the forest, towards the piney spears of branches. The sun had finally sunk before the green peaks. The darkness withered, spread its shoulders, and started spreading like smoke. It started sowing thick, sticky flakes, white flies sowing the scent of dead meat. My visit had become a small island, washed by dark waters. I was gasped by the same worrying feeling I had in the morning. I felt that somewhere far away at the edge of my companion, I heard a very common sign of flute playing. The sound was fragile, like ice in March, over the dormant waters of the bottomless lake. Inside, it swept inside my ears with fingers to get rid of my utter hallucination. The voice was silent. I imagined a child walking under the watchful eyes
А
of
вы
pine.
знали Вову Матюхина?
Did you know Vova Matuskin?
Мальчика, который пропал недавно.
The boy who went missing recently.
А разве мы не его ищем, сладкий?
Are we looking for him, sweetie? I stood in shock, staring at this person guiding me. Alisa was her unchasing fox mask. The girl was gently holding my elbow.
Ты здесь?
Oh, why are you...
Где я тебя потерял?
I lost sight of you.
Потерял, потому что зазевался.
You did, because you were careless. I scrawled a suspicion.
Давно ты за нами идешь?
How long are you following us?
Что значит давно? Я всегда была рядом.
What do you mean, how long? I was always by your side.
Да и за кем?
And who's us? Stunned, I looked around a bit, but couldn't find Roma or Bayaska. And then I felt her cold fingers on my wrist.
Он же.
Let's go!
Собирались искать Вову.
We are going to look for Volva! Without a chance to catch my breath, she started dragging me among through the forest. I was enveloped by a smell of tangerines, coffee, and firecrackers. I felt like a small child again, being led into the unknown. I saw the dark silhouettes of trees ahead, and the bushes of hedgerows were rearing, showing us their spikes. Something rectangular wrapped away like a small box. I became petrified. Testing the edge of my eye, pulling back at the eyelids, I was trying to correct my vision. A garage made of metal rose up from the window. Oh, wow, I actually felt silver. Holy shit. Oh, let me just take a look. Yeah, because one is where I keep that. I'm gonna start the series of this second read on page 6. It was big, no huge, possibly without special equipment. Its walls was painted black, even blacker than the darkness around us. The fox sniffed around, as if to seem like a man's twist in disgust.
Ты здесь.
This is the place. A wordy voice from my companion scared me even more than this horrifying metal box. Here?
Я слышу его запах.
I can smell him.
Может, Вова играет с нами в прятки, и он решил спрятаться.
So I'm just checking something. Maybe Wolf playing hide and seek, sneak with us, and he decided to hide.
Внутри.
Inside? I felt like I saw smoke from tentacles that split off the glass, searching for something to reveal leaves. These tentacles slid among the snow blanket, getting close to our feet. And there was a scary, screeching sound coming from the other side of the huge black metal gate. Somebody or something definitely waited for us inside. Okay, notice if I can press the escape button to save. I thought of my nervous moment was similar to that of a marionette dangling the hands of a puppeteer. I stepped towards the guards, holding my breath. And gave the seat metal door a small knock with my knuckles. Knock, knock. And then jump back. Oh. I heard rusty metal hooks jingle in a thick metal chains, awakening something huge, and crawled open the black gates. Oh god, nothing happened. My heart was racing, and why is Aliska... Wait, is that Aliska? Or is it one of the other animals? Still, nothing. I hesitated. Fucking hell! Holy fuck! Fuck, okay, that actually got me. I had a weak, scared voice coming from my head. Fuck, that actually got me. Stumbling all over the place, I still lurched into the night that was screaming with shadows. I went behind the crooked trunk of pine until Alisa was by my side. But after a moment that passed, Alisa was nowhere to be found. The forest was mumbling its eights and shanks, squeaking, twinkling, rustling at foes. I didn't know how much time had passed before I realized I was standing in the complete darkness, in a circle of trees that was shooting up in the trunks high in the sky. Everything was around me moved, trembling, my ears were numb from all this rustling. The creatures melted into the darkness of the cosmos. The bustle became empty cells, while her occupants were suddenly set free. It felt like a crawled fan could fly out of the darkness into my stunned face at any moment. I just screamed somewhere far away. Oh boy.
Я здесь!
But my ears gave away because a fear fell to my knee into the nose. I looked like I was playing to the figure to be. I was about to skip. I was like, oh, okay, we meant that. It's this film. No. Oh no. I didn't dare lift my eye, so when he got close, serving me with his stance, for a moment I thought that his legs were covered in gray fur. I saw my eyes so tight that the red circles started dancing in the inside of my eyelid. I don't want to look, but I can still hear everything. His breath is akin to sandpaper that was gasping at my ear. His voice was deep, hoarse. No, it was a voice, a roar. I finished my grandma's stand out of the pool of my memory. Ass to ass, dust to dust, ass. I got his sense of roaring in reply. Words could never protect against claws and fangs. I was helpless. And then I heard a familiar sweet voice nearby.
Уже скорей! Попробуй его на вкус!
Come on, do it! Get a taste of him!
Не надо!
No. Something hot slid across my throat like a meaty, sticky rope. Someone's tongue.
Говорила, хозяин!
I told you, master!
Наш зайчик!
He's our bunny.
Заботься о нем!
Please take good care of him. From the nail and razor of a barely lifted eyelid, covered by my trembling fingers, I was a horrified sailor would tower over me. I was in the smell of kettle, composed pits and moss. In front of me stood a scaly horned beast with the appearance of a monarch. His postures told me of his electric noblesse. His horns spilled by the clouds, and his popped out looks pierced my ready to open eyes with a thorny stare. His hands full of gifts. Candy fell to the snow, sparkling with its fancy raspers, silvery packs of chocolate bars, and a chupa chupa sticking out of the snow pile with its plastic stick. For you. Candy rained at my feet. A doll fell nearby and then started raining toys, a spinning top, a teddy bear with a torn-up nose. It looks perfectly fine from here. A red-headed garter without a propeller, a tin toy soldier with a flag, a fighter truck, and a crop of dust blade, and a gun! Toys weren't covered in blood, but my imagination was painting them with red spots and crimson leaks. All of its own. The horn saddle of the beast moved over the trestle that once belonged to its unknown kids. Take. Hairy hands reached into the surrounding darkness, took out a mangy bunny mask that was launching at me. Had firstly put it over my face. Bunny. The side of the beast soared us slowly and gracefully stood up in their rear legs. And then light hit my face, sight of the monster's figure in zero. I put up my hand to protect myself. Flashlights, ray slid down.
Антон!
Anton,
Ты где?
there you are.
Ты совсем сдурел?
Are you out of your mind?
Вообще, как
What's
понимать?
this all about? I was staring at my dad, completely stunned into the space where the monster was just a moment ago. The clearing was enveloped in darkness again, but I could still barely make out the silhouettes of toys and candy in the snow. I am, and I'm sure if I was brave enough to get close to the bushes, I'd find animal prints there.
Язык проглотил.
Can't get your tongue?
Одноклассники твои к нам пришли.
Your classmate came to us.
Сказали, ты сбежал от них в лес, в самую чащу и...
They said that you ran away from them, deep in the forest, and...
За дрянь ты напялил.
What the hell are you wearing? I pulled the mask down from my sweaty face and flew to the hips of toys. Glances cracked from the distance. I pressed myself into my father's chest, engulfed by fear, and then he started looking around and lorded, and spoke in a tone of voice that was much more nervous.
Пойдем отсюда скорее.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Знает, такой нагоняй нам устроит.
It's when I remember.
Что ни един...
Да, пап.
No. I bet against the window, so bit among the trees, yes. The moment passed, and the building disappeared from the corner. I go down my door.
Я вот слыхал, он недавно кому-то...
Неправда!
А слышали? Это каким надо быть уродом, чтобы в первый...
Прекрати!
И ходят слухи, что он
Оу.
с ворюгами из шайки Ромки. Ой, девочки, сум. Того и гляди, в гардеробе вещи начнут пропадать. Будем знать. Это Петров с дружками постарался.
Interesting. So this is a different dream.
Замолчи!
The first one was because I call us insane with Belina, but now he's calling us gates.
Вон как раскричался-то, будто ужаленный. А зрачки-то, зрачки какие широкие. Опять чего доброго с катушек слетит и руки распускать начнет.
Maybe I won't go insane and resort to violence again.
Не зря же его мать с таблетками пичкает.
Yeah.
Да-да, он такой же, представляете? Только
Yep. Speaking of winds came from the forest. A giant pair of white ears descended somewhere from above and dug himself into them. Yep. And now it's the owls. And it's the glasses. Okay, this is the ninja's point. I'm gonna save here. Was Romkus used by his threats? Would he chase his former friend deep into the forest and then what? Kill him just like that? No, that can't be right. I heard rub my glasses. The glasses. Simon was clenching them in his fist while trying to escape the barrage of kicks and slaps from his friends. Former friends by now. And in just a couple of hours, this last item was laid on the edge of my window. It was hard to imagine that Simon suddenly got guilty conscious and took my glasses such a strange way. I was knocked out but kept walking towards the classroom, accompanied by the nasty whispers all around me. That photo still stood behind my eyes. Simon was gone. Missing. Simon is gone. His fat fingers, yep. Oof. I entered the classroom and went towards the last door. All of the chatter suddenly died down, so I walked here in complete silence. It felt like my classmate's pussy poked at me with the stairs carefully, yes. What's the difference here now?
бабушка Бабурина такой сначала... Да-да-да.
Yep. Yeah, my glasses. Okay, so now we should see, I believe, the cop pot.
Не надо быть как... Кто его вчера...
Да прикуси ты!
Shut
Бабарин,
it.
небось, с бабкой посрался и дымил на...
I bet you Bobbin just got a whim from his old hag and ran off.
Скоро найдется!
Yeah, I'll find him soon.
Найдется, ага.
Yeah, they'll find him alright.
Праги со вспоротым брюхом.
And now this is the tea. No, Polina.
Комендантский час, причин пока нет.
Okay, we have to wait until he looks away.
Слишком мало времени прошло с момента исчезновения вашего одноклассника.
Okay, for this part we have to wait. We have to be sneaky.
Мы все уверены, что он найдется живым и здоровым.
Okay, that was the first one.
На наших лицах водятся волки, медведи, лисы.
And the finger.
До свидания.
This one's gonna be interesting. Here, we got the finger, that's what we got. Now let's say silence. No way. I had enough of humiliation. I kept my head down like a bunny. I locked my fingers and zipped my mouth. The bell rang. Lilia Polovna passed by without looking my way. Polina left after her. My classmates went silent at the same time as if someone muted the sound on the TV. They followed me with their eyes the whole time I was passing between the walls. Judgment looked, I felt like I was in the scope of many sniper rifles. I screeched through the barricades made of desks looking for Polina. But instead, I summoned to my new buddies. Romka and Bayaska were waiting for me at the notice board.
Я в тебе не ошибся, Тошек.
I was right about you, Toski. Sick.
Пацан, не спалил, как мы чуть было свинью не забили.
Yeah, the boy. You didn't rat us out. You know us roughing a pokey?
Это повело бы милицию по ложному следу,
This would have given the police a false lead.
наверное.
I
А
think.
вы точно не имеете отношения к исчезновению Семена?
I usually have nothing to do with Simon's disappearance?
Мы-то нет, а вот ты.
No? But what about you?
Помнишь, как срулил от нас в потемках?
Remember how you bailed out on us in the darkness?
Ага, я так и говорю. Очкарик, дверь.
Yeah, I was like, this photo is a beast.
Тебя жирного нагонит и кокнет на.
Like I did with Faster and him.
Базаришь.
What he said.
Однако мы тебе верим, а ты нам.
But we believe you. Looks both ways, right? Romka's strong look made me uncomfortable, so I nodded.
Вот ты славно.
Good to hear. Romka lowered his voice and looked around the corridor in suspicion. The other kids were stealing glances and whispering.
Что ж, Сёма пропал, это правда.
So, Simon is missing. That's a fact.
Как и факт, что не просто пропал, а скорее всего уже сдох.
Not just missing, but most likely already dead. Bayas is threatened.
А ты почем знаешь?
How do you know that?
Так
Because
мы за это уже терли. Здесь такие случаи не впервой.
we talked about this already. It's not the first time this happened.
Думаешь, Сенечка, Вова этот и Сёма в Нарнию попали?
Think Simetka, Vova, and Simon went to Narnia,
Посидят в лесу с карамелькой за щекой и назад пришлепают.
and they returned from the forest after hanging out there, sucking on some candy.
Ясно же, кто их к себе.
It clears who got them.
Неужели черный?
Can you be the black?
Маничела!
You a killer.
Бля, буду пацаны. Это все местная чикатило.
Yes, fat guy. It's a loco. Just got the hand. So it's you a killer. A cannibally? Oh, what the fuck? He sexually assaulted and killed at least 43 people, mostly women and children. He was later deemed legally sane and sentenced to death by a 5. Damn! Holy shit.
Вычислить бы еще, кто он такой.
If only we can find out who he is.
Ну, если этот убийца Бабурина завалил, он и по нашу душу явится, отвечаю.
Well, if that killer off the bourbon, he will come after us too.
Слушайте, пока Тихонов лекцию читал, я в его папку тайком заглянул.
Listen, while Donov was giving his lectures, I snuck a peek at his file. Bayesca Vissel.
Там лежало кое-что. Печатка.
There was an item there, a signet ring.
Семина печатка. И я ее того прихватил.
The one Simon went and snatched it.
Да ладно! А ну, Закев!
No way, show us. I looked around like a thief, then carefully took out the stolen ring.
Так, я и думал на... Не тело!
Just like I thought, eh? The killer got him.
На части нас разрезать!
He'll cut us into pieces too. Roma wasn't impressed by that information. He just nodded, looking firm.
А еще там фотография была. С гаражом. Черным.
There was also a photo of a Garas, a black one. But Yesker looked like he was pinched in the gut. He staggered and hid his face in his hands. Romka rolled his eyes and swore.
Опять 25.
Not this again.
Ну, спокойно, братан, спокойно.
Calm down, bro. Calm down.
Бяша, ты же встречал черный гараж раньше, так?
But Yesker, you encountered the black Garas before, right?
Рома говорил, ты даже заглянул в него.
Roma said that you even took a look inside. But Yesker kid started staking all over as he was thrown inside naked in the middle of winter. And every question was like a bucket of cold water on top of
Что ты
that.
там видел?
What do you see there? He clearly fucking traumatized by this. Ромка sealing his friend with his chest, barely upset by my interrogation.
Забудь. Ничего он тебе толком не скажет.
Forget it, he won't see shit now.
Бяшек каждый раз мозг на бекрень сворачивает, только коснись этой темы.
Biasa's brain breaks every time someone mentions this.
Коль ты теперь с нами, я тебе в первый, в последний раз рассказываю.
Since you're with us now, I'll tell you this once. Ronka leaned in like we were some sort of coast confused boss, rinses his disguises as if he would like to relieve the memory and spoken whisper.
Осенью мы с пацанами от нефиг делать черной магии бывали. Хотели, как обычно, призвать пиковую даму там, или над духом Пушкина постебаться. То да сё.
We were bored as hell last summer, so we decided to play it with black magic. You know, summoning the Queen of Spades, or making fun of Pushkin's spirit, the usual stuff.
А вышло, брат, совсем не весело.
But the result wasn't fun at all below.
Один старый чудило рассказал, что мы можем призвать настоящего духа, если нарушим один строжайший запрет предков.
The old loon told us that we might summon a real ghost if we break one great taboo of our parents.
А я ведь сразу просек, что он ёбнутый.
Shit, I already knew he was bonkers back then.
Всего-то надо было пойти за гаражи глубокой ночью.
We only need to go behind the wall of garage late of last night
Постучать в самый-самый черный, мать его.
and knocked on the fucking black one.
Так может явится эта черная параша и всех детей заберет в лучший из миров. Охереть не встать.
That will make some black shit appear and take all the kids into a bed world. That's a fucking story.
Вот мы по приколу и клюнули.
So we decided to take the bait as a joke. Biasto wrapped his hand around his head and let a heavy belt.
А когда Бяша тест на пацана проходил, то должен был в этот гараж постучать. Но эта хитрая морда просто туда заглянул.
Well, when Biasto was doing the bravery test, he needed to knock on the glass, but the bastard took a little peek inside.
И правильно сделал.
Maybe it was the right thing to do.
Он от ужаса тогда так заорал, что слезы брызнули.
He screamed so hard tears sprayed from his eyes.
Отвечаю, я такой истерики отродясь не видел.
I'm telling you, I never seen something this hysterical.
Явно там не обещанная райская куща была.
Clearly, what inside of it was the promised land, and we know because of what we seen in chapter 4.
С тех пор черный гараж по нашим закоулкам шарится и нормальных пацанов жрет.
Since that day, the Black Cross has been snooping around in our alleyway, gobbling up good fellas.
Что же делать?
What do we do now?
Вместе держаться, вот что. Втроем мы, как Вольтрон.
Stay together, that's what. The three of us are like Voltron. An enemy sees about 5 teenagers that pile robot lines and confuse into a single mega robot to protect the universe from the forces of evil. It was aired in Russia during the 1990s on channel 2X2. That's cute.
Это... В Вольтроне их 5 было.
There were 5 of them in Voltron.
Ну, считай, мы покалеченный Вольтрон.
Well, we're an injured Voltron then. He looked at me with an adult gaze and nodded. His eyes were full of worry and sadness.
Ладно, раз Сёмы больше нет, айда с нами.
Well, since Simon's no longer with us, let's go.
Дело одно есть. Постоишь для вида, покараулишь. Тебя, кажется, уже боятся все.
We have a job to do. You'll keep watch for us. Everyone seems to be scared shitless with you. Oop, I clicked it too bad. Scared shitless of me? Well, I couldn't wrap all of that around my head yet. The attitude softened me up and agreed on the spots. I followed Ronka and Bayaska through the twilight corridors of our school, saving my newfound braziness. We walked clumsily like heroes of some criminal drama, as if the three of us had access to some knowledge hidden from everyone else. I'm not sure I've gone with them if they told me that the goal of our campaign was. We hid in the darkness near the school gym, and my companions started rubbing their knuckles, watching boys leave the dressing room. Finally, Bayasa pointed at someone inside the crowd.
Вон этот лох!
Here's that Jacko. Ronka smiled deeply and proclaimed in a low voice.
Стой на стрёме, и если кто из училок объявится, дай знать.
Keep watch. If you see a teacher, let us know.
Гляди в 4 глаза.
Much of all 4 eyes, hey?
Давай, давай! Ты нам должен.
I stood at the corner, filled with conflicting feelings and thoughts.
Ты чё, не понял?
In the cul-de-sac behind me, Veronica was having a back and forth with some 5th grader.
Тебя на счетчик поставить, а? Ушлепок майонезный.
The boy was protesting on the verge of tears, but Veronica stood his ground, spewing countless obscenities at him, with Payaso occasionally adding a couple of words of his own. Would Dad praise me if I get involved with this?
Все, вали давай.
Oh, I scam. My new friends came out of the cul-de-sac. A light bulb illuminated the camera of Veronicas friend.
Полароид. Он
What?
твой?
A Polaroid? Is that yours? Veronica took a black electronic marble with an extractable flash
Теперь
system.
мой.
It is now.
Мне тут один должник велик торчал за свой гнилой базар.
There was this guy who owed me a bike for talking shit.
Но, говорит, нет у него велосипеда.
Turned out, he didn't have one.
Вот и расплатился фотиком.
So he paid me for camp.
А мне он, честно говоря, и в хер не впился.
And I have jack shit for use. I felt bad for the boy, but all the negative thoughts disappeared when I looked at the treasured camera. I can clearly imagine how happy Ollie would be with this Polaroid. I imagine myself taking pictures of my sister, dad, and mom. Faces of my family would gradually appear on my hard paper as emotionally from dissolving mist. I take pictures of Lena too, that way I'll be able to get a photo of myself. I keep it on my desk under the lock
Раз он
key.
тебе не нужен, можешь мне его отдать?
If you don't need it, can I get it? Roma messaged me with a swap glare, turning into a Ronka I met yesterday. The silly sleeve of the corner of his pack.
Ты извини, братан, но я вещами просто так не разбрасываюсь.
Sorry, bro. I don't throw away things like that.
Могу в ломбард загнать, ну или разыграть во что-нибудь.
I can drop it a pawn up or bet it on some game. For some reason, as soon as he mentioned the game, I remember Alisa. I just realized I'm getting closer to the timer. This is a really interesting route, actually. I kind of agree with what a lot of people have been saying. Okay. I need to stand up for a bit, you guys. But no, that'll be it for today's stream. Actually, it's really nice going through with the different routes. So it looks like this was going to be the Alicia routes, which is technically is also known as a Romka route as well, since it's mostly a Romka as well. Now, this is going to be interesting because so far the desk, we have the rain, we have the mitten, and we have the tape. So it looks like my next goal is trying to get the Polaroid. Big keys, I think, is going to go. And it was also exciting knowing that like the last chapter is going to come out somewhere during this year. And I'm really excited about that. So, other than that, I want to say goodnight, everyone. Thanks again for having me by for today. If you just chatted or looked it. Other than that, good night, everyone, and back out.